Welcome back to yet another episode of Climbing the Ranks, where today we're bringing you back yet another historic Brawl deck. Today's commander is Karumonix, the Rat King, and this card is very annoying and is very hard to deal with, especially when it gets going, so let's just get right into it. So, it's a 3-drop Fire Exceeding Rat with Toxic 1, and other rats you control have Toxic 1, and since rats swarm quite a bit, this card gets extremely annoying because having basically another win con with a swarm deck is also really hard to deal with. And then on top of that, its second ability is when Karumonix enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal any number of rat cards from among them and put them into your hand, and then you put the rest of them at the bottom of the library in any order. So you're getting a bunch of an advantage off of this card as a 3-drop, and with its basically Anthem, it causes this deck to go really far, and it wins games really quickly, or that's what we hope to do. So let's just get right into the deck. So first off, to the 0 to 1 drop, so you have Mox Amber for free mana. Changeling Outcast is Changeling Outcast. It's just basically a free rat that can't be blocked, so our toxic ability will go through either way. Fire Exceeding Reclamation, it allows us to get our rats back from the graveyard. Typhoid Rats is a 1 Death Touch rat. It's just a good card. Village Rites is free draw because we have a lot of rats that we can sacrifice. Whisper of the Dross allows us to basically remove a creature if we need to, and we also get a Proliferate. That's why it's in here. It's just a 1-drop Proliferate. So let's go into the 2-drop. So we have Blood Artist. I mean, we're dealing with a lot of death, so it's just perfect in here. Blightbelly Rat, it has Toxic 2 with Karumonix out there, and then it proliferates when it dies, so it's quite a nuisance of a card. Deadly Dispute is basically the same thing as Village Rites. Doomblade, it's removal. Feed the Swarm is removal. Go for the Throat is removal. Heartless Act is removal. Infernal Grasp is removal. Piper of the Swarm, it does a lot of things that just really benefits the deck. The fun thing that it does is give it Menace. Well, all rats menace, and you also can take control of things. That's really fun. Rat Colony, we're running 26 of them because we can run any number, and they get bigger and bigger. Zulaport Cutthroat, it's just Blood Artist 2.0. Arcade Signet, Cold Steel Heart, and Mindstone for the Trio of Awesomeness. Crashing Drawbridge for basically giving all of our rats that just entered haste, which is good. Same with Swiftfoot Boots, but also can protect stuff like Karumonix if it were to die, or other rat cards, or just any other card that we need to have stay out there. The Meat Hook Massacre, it's a huge board wipe. Onto the 3-drops, we have Vraska's Fall. It just makes them have a poison counter, and they also have to sacrifice a creature. Hero's Downfall is removal. Adaptive Automaton is a huge anthem for all of our rats that we get. Bloodline Pretender is a card that allows us to have a better strategy with changelings, so our rats can just sort of get a little bit better. This card just gets huge when we get more rats out there, and it also counts as a rat, so it just really benefits the strategy. Bantu's Monument makes all of our rats cost cheaper. Faceless Agent allows us to get rats from our deck to our hand. Herald's Horn, it's just a huge tribal card. Icon of Ancestry, another just big tribal card. Mirror Box, this is in here for the Rat Colony because of its last ability. With each non-token creature you control gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control with the same name as that creature. So essentially, if we have 5 rat colonies out there, they're already getting +1/+0 with its original ability, but then we're also getting another +1/+1 for however many we have out there, so it just keeps on boosting the deck even more. Onto the 5-drops, we have Grey Merchant of Asphodel. We're having a lot of mana out there with rat colonies and other cards, so it just gets really big, and it can do a lot of damage. Marrownauer, this is a card that was the commander of rats in the past, and it's still really good, but our Karumonix is just a lot better. It just gives everything fear, which is still good, and then it also works as a Cranko by sacrificing a rat, so it's still a good card, but it's not the commander that we need with Karumonix. It's just a marginally better commander. Onto the 6 and up, we have Liliana, Dreadhorde General. I don't have to explain, this card is just amazing. Bolas of Citadel, same here, and Akroma's Memorial for a win con, because basically if we have 6 rats, we win the game with that. And then 37 Swamps. That's about it. It's just a lot of swarm and getting a lot of damage out there, and then if we don't get damage, we always have the poison counters from Karumonix, so we can go. So let's just get right into the games. Game 1, our hand is looking, well, pretty good. I mean, we have a Mox Amber and Arcane Signet to get some sort of early mana ramp, and we also have a rat colony, so our strategy can start going out a little quicker than we expected. So let's see, he's going to do anything. He's playing mono blue, which is always sort of a scary kind of threat because there's always counter spells and there's always removal spells just to return him back to hand or shuffle him back into the deck. So let's see what he's going to do, and he hasn't done anything, so I'm guessing he's going to counter this. Yep, there it goes, and we're going to put it back into our command zone because we don't have any of our return cards, such as Fire Exceeding Reclamation. Let's see if he's going to do anything. He plays his commander, which is fine. We're going to do the Karumonix again. We're going to get the trigger. We're going to put all 3 of the rat colonies into our hand. We're also going to play the Mox Amber. We can just discard one of the rat colonies that we revealed because we have plenty of them in our deck. Let's see if he does anything with his Takuthel. He just attacks with it with a 3/5, so we take 3 damage. That's okay. We're going to play a land. We're going to do Swiftfoot Boots here. He doesn't counter it, surprisingly. We're going to put the Swiftfoot Boots on our commander, so it gets a little bit of protection, and he Raven forms it. That's a really sad sort of turn of events for us. We have rat colony going off first. We're going to do another, oh wait, we can't because our Mox Amber doesn't do any triggers because we don't have any legendary creatures or planeswalkers out there. So we're going to put the Swiftfoot Boots on the Raven because why not, when we're going to just swing in with a 1/1, I think, because there's not much we can do, or we might want to save it as a blocker for the Takuthel. I think the 1 damage will just be kind of funnier anyways. So let's see, he's taking quite a bit of time. I'm guessing he has something like an Opt or a Brainstorm. He doesn't play it though, so maybe he doesn't. He does Time Warp, interesting. Gets another turn, he does another land. He just keeps on swinging in with his 3/5. He isn't really doing much. We're going to do our Karumonix once again. Let's see if it goes through, and it does. So we're going to get the Karumonix trigger. We're going to only get 1 rat colony, which is sort of sad. And he plays River's Rebuke. How fun is that? Okay, we're gonna do the Mox Amber again, why not, just to get a card out there so we don't have to discard more cards. And he just keeps swinging on with the 3. That's alright. We're gonna do Liliana, Dreadhorde General. Let's see if he's gonna counter that, and he does not. We're gonna make him sacrifice his commander because he has no other option unless he can counter a activated ability, which he just returns it to hand, which is okay as long as it doesn't have haste, but it does have flash with the ley line. So he'll probably want to kill the Liliana before anything else because that card gets out of hand very quickly. Let's see if he's going to do that. Nope, he does not. He just keeps on attacking me, which is okay. I'm not sure if we can last much longer in this game with just a 3 drop in the air constantly attacking us, unless we get a kill spell, which we don't. Interesting. We're going to do Karumonix right here, and then we're going to reveal rats. Let's see if we get anything good other than rat colony. Maybe we can get something else like the Maronaur or something along the lines, and we get it. Perfect. So we're going to do the Maronaur. Let's see if he counters it, which he does not. That's great. We're going to create a zombie with Liliana, and let's see if he's going to do anything about our board, because this is going to get out of hand very quickly if he can't deal with it. Because next turn we're going to be playing, well, almost all of our rat colonies if we don't get anything good. Let's see if he swings in. He kills our Liliana, which is what we wanted in the first place because that card is just pure advantage. And here comes the rat colonies out there. Let's see if he counters it or has anything to deal with it. He doesn't have with that one. Let's see if he does it with this one for some reason. And I don't think he has any responses to our rat colonies. So we're going to play as many as we can. We're also going to do a Swiftfoot Boots here to sort of protect the Maronaur or the Karumonix, just so we can have some mana out there. And there's the Resculpt, and I'll take a 4/4 because he exiles our commander again. And I don't think we'll be playing it once more because, I mean, that's just kind of pointless at this kind of point. Let's see if he does anything with the Swiftfoot Boots, which he shouldn't because I don't think he has anything. We're going to do the Maronaur trigger to get some more rats out there. I don't know why he's taking forever. I guess he could do something with Takuthel, but that's really kind of pointless. We're going to swing in with the 2/2 zombie. He doesn't block it because he doesn't have any blockers. He does Mystic Sanctuary. He gets a River's Rebuke back to the top of his library, but I think we still might be able to kill him this turn because we get rid of the Takuthel, and I think it is game from that point. He does scoop. Alright, game 2. Our hand is looking okay. We have the rat colony and we do have the village rights for some draw. We also have the Bantu's Monument, which I think might be able to help us win this game, because Bantu's Monument with the rat colonies makes all of our rat colonies only cost 1, which already is a good card, so it's going to be very interesting, and we do get the extra land so we can cast it next turn, or the Karumonix if we need it. So we're going to do the Karumonix anyways. We don't get anything off the top, which is kind of sad. He gets a poison counter. Let's see if he does anything else. We're going against Rith, which is all like not really fun, I should say. It's an interesting deck, but it's definitely a mid to late game sort of strategy, but hopefully we'll be able to kill him by then. He's already down to 16, which is kind of good, but he does get to gain 2 life from the Dragon Kami Reborn. Let's see if he does anything. He doesn't get anything, I don't think. Hopefully he doesn't have like a 4-drop or 2-drop dragon that is out there. He does get a mana ramp though, so his Rith is kind of becoming a better option right now. Let's see if he's going to do anything to the second Karumonix trigger, and we get the Maronaur. I think that's just game right there, because Maronaur just wins games. He gets the Dragon Kami's trigger off of that. He gets a 0/1 out there, but I don't think it'll be enough to stop it. He gets the Dragon Kami's egg. He gets Earthquake Dragon. That needs to be removed, which it is with Doomblade. Let's see if he does anything to our triggers. He does not. We're going to get the Village Rights triggered to get 2 more cards because we don't have enough things out there. We get another Rat Colony, which is always good. And let's see, he's going to do nothing. He goes up to 6 poison counters, so either way, if he does gain a bunch of life, we always have the poison strategy to go through with. Let's see if he does anything, though. I don't think he has much. He gets the Owl, the Eternal Sky, I believe is what it is. And I think we're going to get the Marrow. That's basically game right there because we just attack with both, and that's it. Alright, game 3. Our hand is looking pretty good. We do have a bunch of rat colonies, and we do have the Chromos Memorial for the win con, and we do have the Deadly Dispute to get more mana and more advantage. We're going to do the Karumonix because we got the extra land, and we're going to swing in for 2. We have to discard 1. We're going to just discard one of the rat colonies that we revealed so he doesn't know the rest of our hand. We can get the Bloodline Pretender. We're going to call Rat, so we can have basically just a huge creature because we have so many rat colonies in our hand with the Bloodline Pretender. Contract Killing, he gets more treasure off of it, that's okay. Rat Colony, Bloodline Pretender, Rat Colony, Bloodline Pretender, he goes down to 6 life. I don't think there's much of a way out for him in this game. He gets Liliana, which I guess we have to sacrifice 2. I'm going to just sacrifice the 2 that are least important, and he scoops right there. Game 4. Our hand is looking interesting. We don't have much mana ramp, but we do have enough mana, I should say. We don't have any ramp. We do have the Hero's Downfall for anything sort of problematic. We get the Karumonix out there pretty early. We're going to get a lot of triggers, well, a lot of rat cards, I should say, and we have to discard a card. I'm just going to discard the rat colony that we revealed, and we're going against goblins, or golems, not goblins. This deck is interesting because of the first strike strategy with the Blade Splicer, and his commander also creates golems, so that's going to be interesting. We're going to do the Doomblade on the Blade Splicer because that's going to be very annoying with our 5/1s because he's just going to be able to get rid of it really quickly. He does block with his commander, so it goes back to his hand, which is sort of interesting. We get a bunch of Blood Artist triggers because 4 creatures died, and he gets the Padim, the Console of Innovation. That card's very annoying. It's just going to die. We're going to get the Blood Artist trigger. We get a couple more rat colonies out there. Let's see if he does anything. He's down to 17, which is okay. He gets the Urza Prince of Krug out there, which is also sort of a big threat. We're going to swing in with our 5/1. He goes down to 9 life. We do get Blood Artist trigger, so he's going to go down all the way to 7. He gets the Stern. And he also gets the Skrell's Hive to get more tokens out there. I don't think there's much of a way out. We're going to do the Herald's Horn, call Rat. We're going to swing in with the 3/3 and a 4/1. He only blocks with one of his cards. He goes down to 2 life. I don't think there's much because of the Skrell's Hive also brings him down to 1. He draws a card. I don't think there's much of a way for him out. Alright, game 5. This hand is looking really good with the Piper of the Swarm and a bunch of rat colonies. And Curse of Silence. Let's see if he calls Rat Colony or Karumonix, because Rat Colony, that would be so annoying if he calls it, but I'm not sure what he's going to call. There's not that many options for him because, I mean, rats are kind of predictable, and when you call one of their really good cards like Rat Colony, it sort of shuts down our strategy, and with our Rat Colonies being 4 drops instead of 2 drops, it gets really annoying without any mana reducers like Bontu's Monument or Herald's Horn. If he calls Karumonix, it just takes a lot longer for the commander to get out there, and I don't know what he called. He didn't call either of them. Interesting. Maybe he called something in our deck. So we're going to just do the Piper of the Swarm here so we can get some advantage with things. He gets the Staff of Completion, and he called Fortify. Huh. I don't get it, but okay. We're going to swing in with the 1/3. See if he does anything to it. He doesn't. He gets to do a Staff of Completion to draw a card. He goes down to 19 because he has to pay 4 life. Let's see if he does anything. We get the command, well, he gets the command tower, and he gets the Samut Voice of Dissent. He gets quite a bit of damage in, and we're just going to get rid of that with the Feed the Swarm, because that's how rats roll. And we're going to do 4 damage to him. He gets a poison counter. Let's see if he does anything else. He's going to do the Gallia, Endless Dancer. We're going to take 2 damage because it has haste. We're going to do the Blightbelly Rat because it's going to be huge with the Toxic trigger. We're also going to do a Rat Colony. He gets a Cast Out. He's going to target our Piper of the Swarm, which was a good target. He goes down to 6 life, though. I don't know if there's much of him, like much of a way out. He gets the Gore Claw, though, which is sort of scary. We're going to do the Rat Colony here and another Rat Colony. We're also going to target... no, we're just going to swing it with the 6/1 and then target it if we need to. We're going to kill the Endless Dancer. He gets the Staff of Completion trigger, he goes down to 2 life, and let's see if he has any way out. He gets the Defiler of Vigor, which is always a good card, but I don't know if there's much of a way out even with good cards like that. Gets Skyclave Apparition, we're going to force sacrifice it with Village Right so he doesn't have any target, and we're just going to get 2 more Rat Colonies in our hand. That's really funny. We're going to get more Rat Colonies out there, we're going to get 3 of them this turn. We're going to swing in with the 7-1, let's see if he blocks it, which he should because he doesn't have much of or any life left really. Let's see if he has any situation that he can do, and he loses the game. So overall, I mean, this deck is just a very, very hard deck to deal with. Cards like Marinara just puts it over the edge, and I mean, the Karumonix with the poison ability allows just a lot of chaos to wreak havoc. Rats in general are really hard to deal with, but the old commander was really slow with the Marinara, but now with the 3-drop it's just even worse. It just goes quite a lot, and Blood Artist and Zulaport Cutthroat are always the win cons in there. It's just a really, really good commander. I don't think there's really many negatives to it other than them it's just being like a target when it gets out there, but that's with most commanders anyways. But most of it is coming from the rats themselves. I mean, it is a swarm deck, but when you have Rat Colony, when you have like 6 of them out there, it gets really annoying to deal with. Even though they're only like 7-1s, having a bunch of them is a lot of damage out there, which can be game in most situations. So overall, it was a really good deck. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated to reach my goal of 400. Thanks for watching.